Welcome to another Barebone review, this time for the game Pummel Party. Developed by Rebuilt Games, Pummel Party is a multiplayer party game released in 2018. Since then, the game has received multiple free post-launch content updates, adding new mini-games, additional game boards, and extra customization options. Before starting a session, you'll be choosing between playing online or locally, both supporting up to 8 players. And if, like me, you have no friends, you can always attempt to fill the void in your life and the role of your competitors with AI-controlled bots. The bots have 3 difficulty options that you can select. However, regardless of the difficulty chosen, I find the bots to be rather inconsistent. They seem to generally be either really good at a minigame or just outright terrible at it. And in my experience, this doesn't really seem to change depending on the difficulty you choose. There are 2 game modes to choose from. The board game mode features 7 boards to play on. Each of these have their own theme, layout, unique mechanics, and hazards, which you best try to avoid. Players take turns rolling a dice, moving around the board trying to avoid the hazardous spaces while attempting to collect items and keys. At the start of your turn, you can use one of the items that you have collected. Many of these allow you to get an advantage over your competitors, some allow you to move additional spaces, avoid hazards, or even attack those you are playing against. After each player has taken their turn, you'll be thrown into one of over 40 minigames to compete against each other for additional keys and items. After which you will then return to the board and repeat the cycle. Depending on the board you're playing on, a particular piece will be placed on a random space. And when a player lands or passes through that space, they can then trade in several of their keys to acquire one of the goblets. Once you've reached the max amount of turns or a player has acquired the adequate amount of goblets, you'll be taken to the Pummel Awards ceremony, where a few more goblets are given out to players depending on the feats they manage to complete throughout the game. After which, the one with the most goblets is crowned victorious. And while I personally prefer the board game mode, if you're only interested in the minigames, then you're in luck, as the other game mode allows you to jump straight into the minigames. You are able to customize the overall rules for your session, which allows you to enable and disable certain items and minigames. The only negative feedback I have is the previously mentioned issues with how the AI bots perform, but these types of games are generally best played against other people, so I doubt that will be an issue for most folks. So at the time of this review, with over 40 minigames, 7 boards ranging in various sizes and themes, both online and local play for up to 8 players, I definitely recommend Pummel Party, especially as it offers such a great amount of quality content for the price. That's all for this review, thanks for watching.